All right, so I'll go right ahead and read the short bio of Oluchi Nsofor. It's a media whiz with an 11-year plus experience that cut across TV, radio, print, and social media in both tech and major media companies. She has created and executed over 2,920 content types for brands like Cadbury, Sun City, Spice TV, Nestle on TV, and many more. Oluchi uses content to position brands for success. She has worked in different content capacities as a TV producer, film director, content strategist, communications consultant, creative director, and many, many more. She is most notable for creating, branding, and supervising the production of Scoop, an entertainment news brand that went on to become the most watched content in its time belt with over 3.7 million viewers daily. Please put your hands together as we welcome Oluchi to lead us in this session today. Oluchi, over to you.
As you all know, my name is Oluchi Nsofor. I'd like to kick off the class with a story. So as you know, I create content for brands and individuals as well. I was on a project for a particular client, and she told me that she would like to become a content creator. She would like to become an influencer. But what was her drawback? She didn't know where to start from. We sat together, we put one or two strategies together, and I'm happy to say that at the moment, she has about 13,000 plus followers on social media. Now, some of those strategies I shared with her, I will be sharing with you in the next 1 hour. So we'll try as much as possible to cover a lot. Simple strategies, yet effective on how you can create content that you love, content that you will never ever run out of ideas in creating. And at the end of the class, we'll see how it goes. Okay? I'm happy we have a lot of participants from, all over Nigeria. This is amazing. This is amazing. So we'll just get right into it. So the course is content creation. That's YouTube mastery for creators. Okay, so my bio has already been read. I'll just give you another story of how I started out in content. So I have not exactly 11 years, we could put it around 15 years plus. So how did I start out in storytelling and content creation? As a child, I would write for my classmates. I would also draw for them. Okay, so we're done with that. We're going straight into what this class is going to be about. So in this content creation class, we'll cover all you need to know in order to start creating amazing videos for YouTube. At the end of this class, you should be able to, one, figure out what type of content you can create easily. You should also be able to create videos that immediately captures your audience attention. You should also be able to come up with content ideas without running out ever. You should also be able to, consistently upload YouTube videos without burning out. So let's get started. How do you get started in content creation, especially the one where you have to be in front of the camera? So I'm going to share with you a very simple, I'll call it a strategy because it is, but I'm sure everybody I've worked with in any capacity, they are used to hearing me say content pillars, right? So sometimes some people start out creating content and they run out of stuff to create content about. Is it that, oh, I don't know what topic to create? I don't think people connected with the last one. What else should I create content about? But if you apply this particular strategy, you should be able to create content without fail. They're called content pillars, right? So for every creator on YouTube, they have content pillars. Now, let's take a look at, we'll take a look at some content creators. We'll take a look at some pillars that they use. But for now, I want to focus on creating your unique voice. Never, ever try to imitate someone else. The only way people can connect with you for the longest is if you are your authentic self. What do I mean by this? Sometimes some people think, I don't have a particular accent, so people might not want to listen to me for the longest. Oh, I want to sound like this other creator. So I want to sound like this other creator. So I want to look and produce content like this other creator. But that is wrong, extremely wrong. Imagine, we will all agree that Portable has his own audience. Yes, I was talking about finding your unique voice. And I mentioned that whoever you are, whatever it is you're passionate about, create your content around your passion, especially if you're going to be in front of the camera and not behind it. Now, what do I mean by this? We have the likes of Portable, who has his own unique audience. We should all agree that Portable has his own fans, right? But his fans might not necessarily be the same with Wizkid's, right? Or Burna Boy, or Thames, or the rest of them, right? So imagine having Portable trying to sound like Two-Face. That will be off, right? You will feel a disconnection from him. Imagine Lasisi trying to give you the same slangs with Basket Mouth or Macaroni. So Mr. Macaroni can just come and say, hello, or who goes there, or any one of those things he says, and you know exactly who is talking, right? So I'm saying all of this to say, finding your unique mode of communication is key, right? So how do you find your unique voice? Your content pillars. What are you passionate about? Where are you from? What is your story? You realize that most content creators cannot just come out of thin air and just start to create content about something they're not familiar with. So you pick from things you're familiar with, right? So I see you're fashionably dressed. I also see, I see a lot of young men in Benin City. Wow, okay. I'm seeing a lot of young men. So ladies, sorry. Okay. Okay, so I'll just take a few examples. I see you're fashionably dressed. So maybe you're interested in, say, fashion, beauty. So if you're going to create content, you most likely want to create content around fashion, beauty. You're a makeup artist. You are a makeup artist, I'm right? Oh, interesting. So, and that's how, that's how I content create. That's what you should do. You should be able to look at something and say, this is where, because I'm connecting already with you. I can see you have your makeup on perfect. I'm jealous right now, right? So for you, your content pillars could be fashion, because it comes easily to you. Beauty, because you know more beauty tips than I will ever know in the next 10 years, unless I apply myself to it, right? Okay, so later on in the class, you have an exercise you have to do really quick, and we'll be able to hopefully create a template for you to leave the class with. Okay, so that's that. We're done with finding your unique voice. The next thing now is to ideas. So if you're having a challenge figuring out where to start with coming up with ideas for your YouTube platform, remember we mentioned that you have to come up with content pillars, and I've been able to identify at least 2 content pillars without even opening your mouth to speak. I can tell that you're into fashion, you're into beauty. I don't know about lifestyle. Do you like to hang out, eat? That's what you've been doing. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So another thing I love to do is curate ideas, right? So as a content creator, you have to always have your notepad ready because ideas will not tell you when they're about to come.
Look at
So
us.
there's nothing new under the sun. Sorry?
You are looking away from the camera.
Oh, okay. I'm looking right back. There's nothing new under the sun. So you have to learn to borrow a little bit from here, borrow a little bit from there, and then put in your own authenticity. So yeah, we're going to look at some ideas. So for those of you who are you've not figured out where and how to start, we're going to look at different formats already existing on YouTube, and let's see if you can borrow from any point. So we have vlogs. I'm sure while I've been talking, people have been making notes. And so I'm just going to run through that so we can get into some practice. So we have vlogs, which are like personal videos where creators get to share their daily lives and thoughts. We have gaming videos where, of course, you see people playing games and giving reviews about new games and stuff like in that category. And they also do live streams of popular games like Minecraft and the rest of them. We also have how-to and tutorial videos. Awesome. We have how-to and tutorial videos where creators get to teach skills that cater to their audience. We also have another format that is like, it's called the challenges and trends. Yeah, so how many of us know the Go challenge? If you know it, please just raise your hand so I can see you in all the centers in Nigeria. Raise your hand. Did I not pronounce it correctly? Go. No. So raise your hands. I need some activity. Oh, really? Is there a lag? I need to see some activity. Everybody's sitting still. Okay.
We are with you. We can hear you clearly.
Awesome. So I just need to see a raise of hands. If you know the challenge, go. Go. I just saw 2 and it's stuck. Okay. So what other challenges do we have? What other trends do we have? Trending. I don't want to be the only one talking. Come on. I love that. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. Any other person? Sorry.
What I gave him.
What I gave him and what he.
Like what you are now.
Or what I am now. Oh, awesome. So we have that covered. Something is blocking my screen. Yeah, so we also have the music and dance. So those are like in another category, another format. Hello. So yeah, music and dance, covering songs and dance challenges, comedy and skits category. We also have social issues and advice. So we have some content creators that are just focused on what is going on. It's not so right. Men are doing this and women are doing that and yada. You do know those content creators, right? Don't you? We also have, of course, like I mentioned, the fashion and beauty formats of content. We also have short form content. That's I'm going to talk more about that later. Okay, so let's move on. In the next 10 minutes, we're going to do a very brief exercise. So please, I want everybody to leave with something. So if you can hear me, please wave your hands if you can hear me in other centers. Just raise your hand so I know that you can hear me, because everybody's sitting so still and I'm worried. Oh, great, great. So we're going to do an exercise. Thank you very much, Medupri. Thank you very much. I see people in Ikeja. All right. So we're going to do a brief exercise right away. In the next 10 minutes, you will come up with anything that comes easily to you. If it's comedy and, I don't know, philosophy and something else. Think about those things and write them down.
Okay, so I have an interest in relationships, fashion, and then leadership / people management.
Awesome. Thank you. Put your hands together for her. Put your hands together for her. So she said she's interested in relationships. She's interested in fashion, and she's interested in leadership / people management. You see how that will help you to know where to go to borrow ideas from and how to create exactly, and then with time you build on what you have and then add your special twist to it. Great. Are you happy? Awesome. So we're moving on to the next slide. So we're going to talk about structure and storytelling. If you search the internet, you will see a lot of formulas. Oh, this storytelling formula is the best. This storytelling formula, will take you from here to here. But I'm just going to share with you the most simple and basic, whatever it is you're going to find as a storytelling formula. This is the foundation of all storytelling formulas. And what is it? Your story has to have an intro. It also has to have a body, and then it also has to have the conclusion. You know that, okay? So because you are creating content for a digital platform, I see a lot of creators make the mistake of starting off your content or starting off your video by something very uninteresting, right? So you can start with, oh, and the phone died and you're just drowning, and then you're just, no. You have to find a way to start your storytelling, your introduction with a hook, right? Because human beings are emotional beings and we react to unusual things. For instance, who knows, hello everybody, something just happened right now. Does that sound familiar? I'm very angry. That's what he used to start his videos off with. Who knows who I'm talking about? Lasisi. If you remember, Lasisi was able to go viral in like 3 months. Why? Because everybody will be like, who is this angry guy? Why is he angry? It was just a technique to capture attention, right? So we are going to look at different content online now that they start with a form of a hook, right? So who has seen any content online where it starts with somebody falling, like an accident, and then the person rolls over and then you see something else? You've seen that? You've seen that. Okay, awesome. So that is a perfect example of using something to capture the attention of your audience. It's very important. So that's the introduction. And then after that, the body of the message comes in. And then after the body of your message, the next thing that comes in is what? Your conclusion. You bring it to a close. With this formula, trust me, use it for anything. Anything, your presentation, capture them with a story, just like I did. You were able to follow. Immediately I started and relate. It told me to say, I don't know, 1 plus 1 is 2 or 2 plus 2, right? So human beings are really, really attracted to stories. So tell stories, okay? So we're done with the hook. We're done with the body, and then we're done with the conclusion. So I'm just going to explain what I just explained again, and we're going to look at a video for you to see an example of a creator that used this. So we'll be able to see if we can identify the intro and if it had the characteristics of some of the things I described. So like I said before, the structure of your storytelling, break your content into 3 parts. That's number 1, the introduction, which has to be captivating. So you will see some podcasts on YouTube, and those podcasts will start with the highlights of the podcast. Who has seen The Honest Bunch? Who has seen, there are lots of them. And you see that they start with the highlights. They start with something controversial that someone said in the middle of the video. So what do? You're glued, you want to watch. So remember, the attention span of every human right now, especially because social media is happening, is 3 seconds. So the question now should be, how do I attract and keep the attention of my audience in 3 seconds? So if you can keep them for 3 seconds, keep them for 5 seconds, you see they will remain there. How do you do that? You can use transitions, you can change the picture, you can change the angle of your camera and all of that. I mean, we're going to have a production class later on in this series. So please make sure you attend that class so you know how to, create content, the equipment to use and all of that, right? So back to the outline. Break your content into 3 sections: introduction, main discussion, and then the conclusion. I've explained this already. This will help you stay organized and focused. Creating an attention grabbing video. Also use simple and relatable language. Please speak the way I am speaking. Speak the way you would speak with a friend. On the other side of the slide, you will see something about how to spot a fake friend. So let's say you're creating, this is just an example of a video. So let's say you want to produce a video about how to spot a fake friend. Your introduction should now look like, how can you tell if someone is a fake friend? Said with some drama, some Nigerian drama. And then you understand. So story time, they say that, right? Yeah. And then you're like, okay, here we go. Something just happened, right? So you see how the person is able to, attract attention through the introduction. Then in the body of the video, you discuss various signs of fake friends, using relatable examples, you use humor, real life scenarios, yada, 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 on and on like that. You may also include interviews or comments from your friends to add different perspectives to the topic. So what I said in here, you might not readily see it out there on social media, but that's just me adding something in there like, hey, how about I interview my friend here, an interview, and then cut back to my podcast or to my video. Makes it even more interesting, right? Great. So that's where your unique style comes in. And then the conclusion, the video wraps up with a summary of the key points discussed, encouraging viewers to reflect on their own friendships. So you can now say, okay, that brings us to the end of this video. We have said this, that. If you have issues or challenges, please reach out to so and so email, reach out to me. And that way they are able to reach out to you. So it's like a call to action, right? So in your conclusion, always try to put a call to action so that, you can direct them to something, because after entertaining you, I might as well ask you for something, right? Awesome. So, and then also your call to action could be subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the next video, so that you're now directing them to something and you're using that one production to do a lot of things. Awesome. So the next slide is about strategy and content calendar. Yes. So if you work with me, you will hear, oh, strategy, that's strategy we're going to use. And you're like, oh, what exactly is content strategy? Content strategy is that just don't be disturbed. Content strategy is anything you do to get your content to achieve the goal that you want to achieve with your business, or in this case, with your channel, right? So a well-executed content strategy helps you to attract, engage, and retain your audience, ultimately driving desired actions and achieving your content marketing goals or your content creation goals. A solid content strategy keeps you focused and consistent. On to the next slide. So as I explained before, a content strategy is a plan for creating, publishing, and managing content to achieve specific goals. Here are some factors to consider when creating one. So I would refer to the young lady again, right? Let's say you're into fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. So you have to, your content strategy now is you have to identify your audience, right? That's a strategy. So that if somebody else comes and is suggested to you something that you know your audience, that's not how they roll. That's out. That's out. Doesn't apply. Doesn't fly. Right? So you have to understand your audience. For me, I do a lot when it comes to content strategy. Go in depth. Let it be that you did your homework instead of people to just come in and then you don't know who you're addressing. You're addressing everybody. So who's your audience? You have to describe the person, the location. Does the person travel? How much does the person earn? All of those, right? Determine your content types. We already discussed content types, right? Choosing the most effective format to deliver the message, the most effective. Creating a content calendar is also a strategy. Planning when and where the content will be published. So sometimes you publish, you upload your video by 9 a.m. and it doesn't work. And you didn't notice, you didn't remember to sit and look at the other videos you've posted to know, okay, which one got more views and why. So does it mean my audience are there more online on Saturday, on Wednesday, or Monday, right? So you have to work with the content calendar. You also have to optimize for search and social. You have to measure performance, tracking metrics to gauge the success of the content strategy. I already mentioned that. You have to also continuously improve. So I like to say, keep tweaking your content. Keep tweaking your content. The content from day one should not exactly be the content by month 3 or month 12, right? So keep tweaking your content. Look at what works and also look at what's not working and take out what's not working. Look at the video that went viral or the video that got more views than the others and try to replicate the follow-up videos to look somewhat like that. So you now know, okay, people they're listening, they like this, you know. So you keep tweaking. Maybe it's the pink color you used. Maybe it's bright. Is this the setting? Or maybe it's the storyline. Pay attention to the comments. What are people saying? Oh, they like this. They like when I talk about relationships, this side, right? Okay, I will do that. Okay, so yes, we're moving on to the next slide. We are going to look at Corti EO. I'm going to play a video and I
really just do like 5 words. This is Amy Okoli. Amy is a YouTuber and an influencer from Nigeria. And this is Jacob. Jacob is a TikToker and...
Is it playing now?
Can you expand it?
And a music artist from Sierra Leone. Jacob has come to Lagos, Nigeria to pursue his music career. I really just
So can anybody see my screen? Has it?
We can see your screen.
Okay, so sorry, let's just go ahead. So I'm going to play a video. I think this one is from Koti EO, and the title is Love or Lies, the Girl Who Hates Fine Boys. Now, I want you to note, I mean, I get an AWO, I've not finished reading, I get AWO, what's the meaning of that? So that's, you see how she captures your attention even from the headline, the title of the video, right? So that's what you should be looking out for. Remember, you're dealing with human beings, and human beings like extraordinary. They love things that are not ordinary. So please give them extraordinary. Even if what you're about to say is just an everyday thing, but you have to find a way to say it in an unusual way, right? So remember, we looked at Koti EO and we said she creates videos around celebrity interviews, one, also candid conversations with either herself and also candid conversations with anybody. She can just say, oh, I met the tallest African man in the UK or in America. And you're like, okay, is he exactly the tallest? I think she did something about Tenny or $10 or something and said she goes broke. The billionaire girl goes broke. You want to watch the billionaire girl? Like, what does it mean for her to go broke, right? So think on those lines. And trust me, sometimes you won't get it sitting down. And that's why I say, as a content creator, your notepad is a gold mine. I don't joke with my notes. Both on my phone, I host it somewhere up there. So even if I lose my phone, all my information is backed up somewhere, right? If it's on Instagram, you can get your YouTube ideas even from Instagram or Twitter. That's what bookmarks are for. So you create a folder and label it so and so content, right? Whatever content it is you want to create. And then you just save under that folder on Instagram. So a lot of people come to me and they say, Oluchi, how come whatever it is you are giving, you just know, okay, if it's law, I think I know a lawyer that is a content creator, yada, yada, yada. You cannot give what you don't have. So how about you become what you want to be, right? So by the time you consume and save all of that content, once you want to create, trust me, you have more than enough. In fact, you'll be looking for what to take out as opposed to what to put in. We're going to play a video now. And this video is a perfect example of how to create interesting videos. Like what's the structure for an interesting video? And of course, it's by Koti EU, like I said. Let's play it immediately.
This is Amy. I really just don't like fine boy.
Yes, it's the same video. So did you notice the first thing she said? The first thing that was said in the video. So now she's gotten you with the caption or with the title of the video. And then in mid-video, in fact, 3 seconds in, she has said, I really don't like fine boys. Now you want to stay for the what? Why? Instead of saying, hello, my name is, welcome to. Okay, so keep going.
This is Amy Okoli. Amy is a YouTuber and an influencer from Nigeria. And this is Jacob. Jacob is a TikToker and a music artist from Sierra Leone. Jacob has come to Lagos, Nigeria to pursue his music career and hopefully find love. My skill set.
How is that your business?
Right. So a lot has happened in it's less than 1 minute, right? And she's been able to engage you with simple storytelling in a simple language. You're not hearing exorbitant, concodium, all of those, right? So she's talking to you like she's talking to a friend, right? So you feel drawn in. So it's the warm tone she's using to tell the story. And and then somewhere in there, you now see the brand placement, drop in, right? So I'll tell you about those brand placements later and sponsorships and all of that when they come in. So once you create content, sometimes, let's say you're creating content for your makeup brand, let's say you're into makeup and all of that, beauty and lifestyle, and you always use a particular bronzer, right? Bronzer or lipstick by a particular brand, and you keep saying, oh, this, I really love this Fenty, or I really love, before you know it, another brand that is a lipstick brand that has a lipstick product want to reach out to you by the time you grow in your numbers, right? So you see how you could, the products you use, the things you are into, try to get them into, your production, because brands are watching, partners are watching, and they might want to come in later, right? But don't pay attention to that. Just continue doing your thing and you'll see how they come in, right? So we'll continue the video.
Is this your first time in Nigeria?
Yeah, it is.
Are you dating anyone right now?
No, not really. I'm single.
So if you continue to watch, we're not going to watch the entire video, right? Because we're out of time. You can go back and watch a lot. I mean, we have a lot of examples on the slides. So you can go back, watch them, and, borrow one or two things from whatever it is you will find. But you will see that as the video progresses, it has an intro. The intro is engaging. And then she goes on into the video with questions. So, how old are you? What's your name? Do you like fine boys? Abi, what did she say? Whatever it is she said in the video, right? And then she continues, and then she gets, by the middle of the entire 7-8 minutes, you now get the question, why don't you like fine boys? And then voila. But she's taking you see the different techniques she's applied to take you into the video. And then at the end of the video, please subscribe, and that's the conclusion, right? Or at the end of the video, you now see, all right, guys, so you see why they don't like fine boys, because they are this and that and that and that, right? Okay. So that's for the video. Sorry, we have to continue. So let's take a look at some of the things Koti also considers. She focuses on contemporary Nigerian culture and relatable topics that resonate with young audience. She does candid interviews. She uses diverse content formats. So you're not just seeing the documentary style production. A particular video could be an interview with Thames or Bizkid or whoever. Another episode could now be documentary style. Another episode could just be her sitting and talking to the camera. So understand the exact format you are going to be using for the videos, right? So you don't mix it all up, right? So we said she uses diverse content formats. There's flow with Koti, there's love or lies, and so on and so forth. And then of course she comes up with like spontaneous ideas. She develops content based on relevant ideas, trending topics, and all of that, often born from personal experiences or the needs of the society. So like I said, don't look too far from yourself to create content. Look within yourself. The one you have is enough. Sometimes people say, my life is boring. But trust me, your mind is not boring. I mean, if people were to just get a glimpse of the thoughts you have in your mind, they will run. I mean, they will lose it. Do you understand? Some people can just come up with, okay, there was something trending some time ago. Don't leave me, don't leave me. And you see different versions. You'll be like, Nigerians, come on. They will come up with things that rhyme, and they can just sit down and say, don't leave me, don't leave me. They will In 1 minute, they're giving you flow after flow, after flow, after flow. To create that kind of content, you don't need anything. You just need yourself and your mind and what you can do. Some people, they can just do 10 Abi. Those are 10 whatever. Some people, they can just sit down and just start thinking and just voicing to their videos and to their camera, and they're good, right? So let it come from you. Let it come from your experiences with your family, like Maraji and Taoma and the rest of them, right? Let them come from your love, what you love doing, like I said. And also collaborations. That's another strategy to, get people to follow you, right? To engage with your audience. Collaborations are key. Why? Because if I'm a content creator and I'm very big on lifestyle, I just do food, exotic food, intercontinental dishes and all of that. But you do fashion and beauty. Guess what? We could collaborate because your audience loves what I do. It's part of lifestyle. So imagine cross-carpeting, right? And we feature ourselves on, my channel or on your channel. And before you know it, that's high engagement, right? You borrow from my audience, I borrow from your audience. So these are the things you can think. There are lots and lots of them. But when you watch other platforms, you will be able to, get them and do great. And community building is key. Why? Because that's where the money is. That's where the money is. You can upsell products, you can do a whole lot from community building. So I'm done with that. So I'm quickly now going to address content calendar. I talked about that briefly earlier. So I'm going to need someone to volunteer so we can create a content calendar for the person, right? So I need to, let's pick someone. Let's pick someone from the online audience, please. Can anyone volunteer? I'm not even
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon. Okay, I have someone from American Corner, Port Harcourt. Yeah.
We have a volunteer from Port Harcourt.
Okay. Okay, so what's your name? Can I have your name, please?
Okay, I'm David Vincent. I'm David Vincent, and the name of my YouTube channel is. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm David Vincent. The name of my YouTube channel is the 10X Entrepreneurs.
Can anybody hear this person? I'm seeing something on the screen. If you can hear him, just raise your hand. Just raise your hand briefly, so I know that you can hear him. Oh, awesome. Okay, great. Okay, your name is VC?
David Vincent. David, okay. David Vincent. So the name of my YouTube channel is the 10X Entrepreneur. So
sorry,
what I
come
basically
again, please.
do.
Repeat what you said.
The name of my YouTube channel is the 10X Entrepreneurs. So it's basically for entrepreneurs. I ask successful people questions on how they become successful. And
10X, not 10X.
Yeah. 10X, that is X, not S.
It's 10 now, like 1, 2, 3 to 10, right?
Yes.
So 10X is what you said.
You're right. Yes. So what I do is that I meet successful people and then I ask them questions, and they also give me reply on how they actually climb the ladder of success. So that's just what I basically do in my channels, both YouTube and TikTok. So I think your course at least have opened my eye, because I find it challenging when setting up a calendar, because I don't even know anything about content calendar before now. But via your course now, at least I think I need to develop this aspect of my tutorial on that.
Okay.
So that is it.
Okay.
So you see,
thank you for contributing your voice. Sorry, you wanted to say something? You wanted to add something to what you said.
Okay.
I hear you, please.
Yeah, you said you want to help me to develop my calendar on my YouTube. So
content
I'm
calendar.
excited for that.
Awesome. Yeah. So I have a question for you. What other channels do something similar to what you do? So during the course of the class, I mentioned, oh, there are other content creators doing this, that. I don't think I touched on entrepreneurship or something like that. So do you know by any chance?
Like, if I can get to collect, like, you mean if any other person have been doing what I'm doing right now?
Yes.
Or yeah, there are a lot of people that actually do, but not mainly on entrepreneurship. Like, what I've seen so far is basically on maybe marriage, footballers, like they will ask footballers questions and all the rest, but not mainly on how, like, on entrepreneurship. Like, you hardly see people that ask, how do you build your business to become this successful? So that is it.
I'll tell you something.
Can you hear me?
Can I? May I?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me do you one better, right?
Okay.
When certain big brands come to me and they say, we want to do something different, we want to do, want to create content, we want to do, and I always tell them this. A lot of people create content, they try to replicate, but one thing they don't add is our own stories, our own authentic stories. So if you are creating content for entrepreneurs, I have a question.
Okay.
Do you by any chance feature Igbo traders or big markets in Ibadan or urban cities or just hubs? So I'm very big on creating content in batches, right?
Yeah.
Imagine creating a series where you hit different big markets in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, Enugu, Abuja, wherever. There's Alaba International, there's Onitsha Market, and you are asking those traders how the biggest lesson, because they are the ones running business in Nigeria, in Africa. Yeah. And trust me, by the time you pull together their net worth is massive. Yeah. It's massive. There's the Afamefuna movie, the Igbo trading system, Mwa Boy. Yeah. It's massive. You will never run out of content. Never. So that would be the Nigerian equivalent of all those Instagram platforms that they go to Silicon Valley where they know that there's a big hub of like CEOs, like everybody you meet on the street is a billionaire. You see Ferraris, you see all of that. And then they are like, what's your name? What do you do? How did you make your millions? The person will say, okay, I made it through real estate. What's your biggest lesson? Yada, yada, yada. So that's that's the equivalent of our own Silicon. So if you're not doing tech, which is everywhere, everybody's, into that.
Hello, Ma, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for drawing my attention to this. Like, I've been thinking about this, but I just feel that, in Africa, we have this mindset of, like, we tie most of our challenges to spirituality. So I was like thinking that if I should be going there, asking them this question about their network, maybe some of them will not likely want to open up to me because
no, sir.
They will feel that.
Come on, be strategic about these things. Be strategic about these things. I don't need to know how much you are worth for me to, once I just know that, okay, these are the biggest Igbo traders, or these are busy parts of the in the is it Alaba? I don't know why Alaba keeps coming to my mind, right? Aba, right? So your video, an episode can start with, this is the clothing line in Alaba International. The net worth of this, as reported in year 2000 and so and so billion. You're not saying that that's how much one person is earning. Once you just tell me it's so and so billion in Naira, I'm like, that kind of money is there in this, shabby looking place. And then you will now also put in your video. But if you look at these guys, they don't look like it, right? And you're showing cutaways of them. And trust me, they're like 1 million. Like, they're plenty. You'll get tired. You will never run out.
Yes,
and instead of asking them how much they earn, why are you asking an Igbo man how much he earns? Tell you that.
Exactly.
How much I earn, right? But if you, but hold on. Remember, you're there for the audience, right? So instead of asking me how much I earn, why not ask me what are my biggest lessons? If I were to advise myself, what advice would you give to your 10-year-old self or your 15-year-old self who was about to start this business? Oh my God, here we go. They will talk. They will start talking. They'll say, don't follow your peers. You see these boys, they don't listen. They do this. Don't press phone. Don't do this and do that. Am I making sense?
Yes,
they will tell you a lot, right? So think on these things. Just keep thinking. Remember, you see how I borrowed from another platform and I added to yours, and now you have original content. Yeah. And not just the idea of the execution or the way they do stuff, and then I add to yours, and you'll be the first person in Nigeria doing that, in Africa doing that. And your story will be relevant worldwide because people want to know our stories. They want to invest, but they don't know how to. So you become the middleman between them and us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay.
All right. And then we're talking about your content calendar. I mean, by the time you do your research, remember what you should do after now. Step 1, research different entrepreneurship pages on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Don't just restrict yourself to YouTube. You can now make the long form version of what you're seeing on Instagram or on TikTok and then take it over to YouTube and then maybe do it documentary style, right? So yeah, do that. You research and then you borrow, add to yours, and then by that time you have like different content formats. And then you can post on Monday and Tuesday or every Tuesday or wherever, how often you want to post.
Okay.
Right. That's the end of my class. so I'm just going to, after now, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. I will see your message on LinkedIn. If you just send me a message on LinkedIn, I will see it. Send me a message on, just send me an email as well, and we'll see.
So there's a host. I'll ask you questions.
Okay. Okay, someone wants to ask.
There's a host to ask people today.
Okay. So I'm going to hand over to the host after now. Feel free to connect with me. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to Ms. Josephine, who I can see already. I'm so happy to see you right now. If you have questions, please field them before the end of this class, and I'll be happy to. Oh, okay. Okay, so over to Ms. Josephine now.
Yes, hi, Oluchi.
Hello.
Thank you. You've been doing a great work. I would like to ask our audiences, they can send a chat because of time. They can send in their questions. Then they can also raise their virtual hands. So if you have questions, you can raise your virtual hand. I can see Oka window on America, Port Harcourt, Oshogbo, So let's start with Oshogbo today. Can you unmute yourself and go straight to the question?
My question is that I've been looking at other YouTubers online that they have more views than my videos. And what I've actually noticed is that if I want to start my video, that I have to make so many videos, but I don't really have the time. So I'm now wondering that how can I balance that my YouTube with other related matters?
Sorry, I
Thank
can't hear you. I can't hear. I didn't get what he said. Sorry.
He is asking how can he balance other things with his YouTube page. Time factor.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, awesome.
Yes. We can hear you clearly.
Okay, so how can you balance your work life with your content creation? I'm afraid you have to find time to do it. Find out so here's what I do from time to time. I take out certain things that I really do not have to be, I don't have to be doing them. So I just take out unnecessary activities. It might be hanging out with a friend. So what are those things you think you can sacrifice just to get this channel up and running? Sometimes for me, I will just block out production. So if I say, this is the month of August, right? And someone comes to me and says, Oluchi, I have an engagement. So I already know I have a production for September. So I plan my months ahead. I plan like 3 months ahead. So I can tell you from September this year down, August, September down, I am not available. I don't take on more jobs. People know that. Like if I know that, okay, I've dedicated myself to this from this month, this particular week, second week, and that's why I try to lock down. So if you don't lock down and something else comes in, sorry, you can't take that week, right? And I think that's how we need to treat our lives. As we need to do that. So sit down, write down all the things you do every day, every week. What does your Monday look like? What does your Tuesday look like? You will be surprised that for every other person, their Mondays are busy, but for you, it's not, right? And then another thing I would like to say, I don't know your lifestyle. I don't know what exactly it is you do. If you could share, maybe I could give some advice concerning that. But sometimes you're looking for, I don't know what kind of content you want to create. I didn't get that. But sometimes you're looking for the perfect environment. I mean, if it's not a White House, if it doesn't look luxurious, I can't create content. I don't want people to see me so and so light and all of that. Nah. There are lots of people that create content in their cars. Like they create content in their cars. They just enter and sit and all their content is in a car. And nobody's coming to ask them, why are you in a car? Why are you always in the car? Sometimes some people create content. The entire content is YouTube. Get ready with me. I'm going to the supermarket, and they're holding their phones. Meanwhile, there's somebody waiting for money to buy a DSLR, buy lights, and then stage the entire studio. Oh, Paramount. You want to do your own professional studio and open your own TV station. Your phone is enough, right? Sometimes some people, there's this guy, remind me, what's his name? He's very popular. He's really rich. He doesn't, sorry? His store. Sorry? How did you know I was going out? No, he doesn't say anything. So sometimes you just have to think of an idea. So if you have a challenge, I like to say, how do you walk around it? So in production or in film, what does a director do? They look at a challenge and they try to, so let's say the actor is not, or there's noise, something just came on. Okay, what do we do? What do we do to make sure we pass this message across, notwithstanding the challenge there? So think like a creator. God created us to be creative. So there must be a solution. If I have not addressed exactly what your challenge is, please just email me. Just say I am the guy, so I will know it's you, and we will address it. I will cover that for you, so we can take the next question.
So we have a hand raised in Oka. We have so many hands raised, so maybe we just take a minute to answer each question. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Oka, please unmute and ask your question.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Straight to the question, sir.
Please, I'm into football, but since I created my channel, the first video I posted, I got 469 views. The second one, there was no view, so I quitted the channel.
Why?
Okay, I'll answer that question in a minute. Okay, I'll tell you what I do. I also tell you what I do for certain projects, and I also give the same advice to everybody that wants to start out in content creation. This, if you're going to make it as a content creator, just understand that this is going to be your life this is just going to be your life for the longest, right? So you don't quit. There is no way you're going to make it if you quit. And you created one video and you got 500. Wow. And you created the second one and you didn't get one. You see why YouTube, if you notice, when you create a video and post it on YouTube these days, you don't see the numbers. They did it on purpose. They will tell you it's on purpose. They will not show you, you will not see your numbers reflecting until you get to a particular number. Why? Because people are becoming so attached to how many people are watching, just keep creating content. Keep creating content. You don't know whether the first one worked because you did something or you reported something. Maybe the first one worked because you took a trending, somebody just called it a goal, and you took that goal that was trending, that person's name, and then you put the title of the video. I don't even know who is a footballer right now, but you put the title of the video, maybe James, the person that Ronaldo, right? Ronaldo 2024, and you titled it like that. And then people, because they wanted to watch it, they went straight on YouTube, and then they saw your video. So your video, the SEO worked wonders for your video. So there's something I like to say, right? How about you take your attention away from the numbers and your performance? How about, instead of watching the numbers, pay attention to your goal? So let me give you a goal. Your goal could now be, my name is Oluchi, and for the next 3 months, I will produce 1,000 videos. My guy, if one video does not go viral or 2 videos don't go viral, you know that something is wrong. If you apply all of these strategies that I've taught you, something it will peak. So your goal should not be, did people watch? Your goal should be, okay, I've tried all of these solutions and this one video went viral. Then you continue to replicate that type of video. Post that same time you posted the video. Make your caption similar to that. So instead of just looking at the numbers, focus on your goal. Do 500 videos for the next 3 months, and then let's see what happens, okay? So make it your life. Please resume your channel. Text and God bless. Okay, next question. Okay.
Polakot, unmute and ask your question.
We still have a question, ma'am.
No, let's go to Port Harcourt. We come back. Let's go round, then we'll come back. Port Harcourt, unmute and ask.
Good afternoon, madam. My name is Isibo Sas, and I have a YouTube channel that actually teaches programming and coding, basically Python and machine learning. So I wanted to ask, like, how do I use ad to promote that channel? And if it's possible for me to use ad, like what's your take on it?
Man, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Please, can you take it again? How do you do?
Can you hear me?
How do you do what?
Okay, I say I have a YouTube channel that actually teaches programming and coding. Okay, so I'm asking, how can I use ad to actually promote the channel so I can get more reach and engagement?
Programming and coding.
Yes, exactly.
So how do you use ads?
Yes.
You might have to employ the services of someone who runs YouTube ads.
Okay. So like, what's your take on it? Like, is it going to actually like make the channel like become more available to more audiences or something?
Okay, so let me give you a cheat code. Like I said, do your research. Find out other channels that are doing the same content, producing the same content like you are producing, right? And then look for their highest performing videos and replicate.
Yes.
Right? Replicate it. Like, I mean, the content, let's say the content is about how to change something from blue to white. Not that you replicate word for word. So you do your own version of how to change something from red to white. I don't know much about coding, sorry. So I'm just going to, use that example.
I understand.
Okay, so you can do that. You can also look for communities. Look for communities of people who need that information, right? And speak to them, pour into those communities. When they know that you are the go-to person, always be giving, stay giving. So when you pour into them, you can always share your link, and maybe you share your number. They can just go to your WhatsApp and then they see a link to your channel. And that's how you just build that community. So look for communities on WhatsApp, Telegram, all of that. You create content that you know that the reason I ask you to join those communities is this. You will discover pain points, you discover topics that will benefit these people, and then you can create content around that, because what's a pain point for us here in Nigeria might be the pain point for some people all around the world. You create content around that, and might be misconceptions about coding or programming, like you said, and all of that. So what's trending? Make videos about what's trending, and then pick it up from there. And you could also make use of YouTube.
So we have to run. We have Ants from Meduguri. Meduguri, please unmute and ask your question. We have Calabar, we have Uyo, then we go back to Oka. So please just go straight to the point. So we can save time. Just go ahead.
Good day. My question, I have a YouTube account where I make beats and upload. So I'm working on expanding, which is I'll open another account, and then it will be for how to produce music, how to make beats. So my question is, what is the best time to use when you are making a video? Like, what is the best timestamp, so that people will not get bored on your video, like, and so that it can be, anyway, it can be like not long, short, that is. So what is your take on that?
So I listen to music on YouTube, playlists and all of that. There are some instrumentals that last an hour, some others last 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Follow your creative intuition, right? So somehow, just like they say, Africans don't know, they don't measure, they just put salt, and then the ancestors will whisper. Yeah, creatives also have ancestors. We don't know. We just know that, okay, the song should just last 2 minutes. No, don't go beyond that. So there is no law when it comes to creativity. You can do and undo. So you could look again at what is working and then follow your own creative intuition. I cannot give you a solid number that a track should be what? No, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, nah.
But I did a little research on a video should be up to 15 minutes, or at least it should be 8 minutes. Tutorial video, yes. So
sorry, sir. Instrumental should be 15 minutes.
On how to make the beats, yes. How to make not just instrumental. I already have a channel where I upload instrumentals. So I want to create another channel and do video on how to make the beats, like how to instrument to use, how you deploy it to use, and all that. So
yeah,
what
sure.
is the best? That is my question. What is the best time to make each video so that it will not be bored and yes.
That's not what you should be paying attention to. What you should be paying attention to is cutting out the lags. Just go straight to the point. If you are supposed to use the two on the left, and then there was a lag and the screen was blank, cut out the blank part. Just make sure that you're going straight to the point ASAP, and that's that. Okay? Right.
Thank you.
Let's take the next question.
Will you unmute and ask your question?
Let's go.
We cannot hear you. Please send a chat. Chat your question. We can't hear you.
Please send a chat.
Let's go to Calabar.
Okay.
Calabar, yeah.
Good afternoon.
Okay. I can. Please, just.
I have a question. When you post a video in your channel, do you need to campaign for viewers, or YouTube naturally advertise the video for you? And the second question I want to know is what is the minimum and maximum amount of time the video is supposed to have to meet YouTube requirements? Do you get the question?
Please take it again.
Okay, the first question: when you post a video in your WhatsApp channel, in your YouTube channel, do you need to campaign for viewers, or YouTube will naturally advertise the video for you? Then the second question is, I want to know the minimum and maximum amount of time the video is supposed to have to meet YouTube requirements.
Okay, so I think off the top of my head, last I checked, you should have about 4,000 watch hours. 4,000, right? Yes, 4,000 watch hours. So people should have been able to watch your content for like 4 hours. And 4,000, sorry. What was the first question again?
Okay, the first question was about the campaign for viewers. Do I need to do that, or YouTube will do it for me?
So, do you go to church? Let me give you one cheat code that I used to do for a lot of people. You know, communities, they are powerful. Do you have family members? Where you start your YouTube channel like this, everybody carry your market on your head like this. Enter the market. Carry your kaya and enter the market. If you go to church, now is the time to make use of the numbers in the church. If you don't have a church, go and find one. Go and meet each person and say, please follow my YouTube channel. My name is this, that, or go to your community. Let's say you're a student, you're in school. Oh my goodness, students work. Absolutely. So you can find this, maybe your editor is a student and the person is still in school. Your writer is a student and the person is still in school. Just tell the person, oh yeah, take this 50K. Find me 1,000 followers and trust me, you'll see wonders. Okay. Let's go. Next person.
So, we have to go back to Oka.
Good afternoon. So, good afternoon. My question is, I actually started a YouTube channel recently. I was experimenting after watching a video from another channel, titled Far From Weak. So the channel basically is all about guys, creating a community of guys and telling them how to relate and be better. So I fell in love with it and I wanted to replicate something like that. Just that I wanted to infuse the Nigeria aspect, like making it more relatable to Nigerians. So, but the challenge I had is I created one video so far. It was a short video and I had 165 views. But anytime I try searching for the channel from my friend's phone, I don't get to see it. So I feel most of those that viewed it were the ones that I shared the link directly to. So I don't know how best I can, be able to search it from their own end or someone I didn't share the link to.
Yes, that happens. That happens. And that's because the YouTube algorithm has not recognized your channel yet.
Okay.
So if you continue to...
Okay, I noticed that there are also other channels bearing the same name like mine. So I don't know if that'll be an issue.
Yes, that could also be the issue. But have you considered changing it a bit? Is it possible? Would that be something you would want to consider?
Yes.
If you'd rather not, you could just concentrate on creating content. Find a way to create as many as you can and post consistently. I assure you, let's say in a month you have 31 days, and in the 31 days you are posting like 15 times to 20 times. YouTube will carry your matter. Once they type, they won't even finish. Your channel will run like this and come up. Yeah? Okay. Especially if you're creating great content. Yeah.
Another question.
Another question. Good afternoon. So I'm planning to
I can't hear you.
Sorry, just a second, sir. Hold on. We have the Uyo already chatted their question. Please, can you take it from the chat box?
Okay, so
hold on.
Okay, so the question from Uyo is, does YouTube pay downloaded? Okay, do YouTube pay downloaded videos, or is it possible for YouTube external video? Okay, I don't understand. Do YouTube pay downloaded videos?
Let me try to say, do YouTube pay you if your video was downloaded by someone or something? I don't think so.
No, watch hours. I think that's it. Watch hours. Okay. Or is it possible for YouTube external video download? What is YouTube external video download? Sorry? I don't think YouTube will pay you for getting someone to download your video. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. This is the first.
You can't download directly from YouTube. So I don't think we'll pay you.
Okay, so you can't, they don't pay for that. I'm trying to understand your question. Okay, the second question is, so no, YouTube does not pay for downloaded videos. I think that answers your question. Or is it possible for YouTube external video download? No, they will not pay you, even if you take the link from YouTube and take it on external websites, they won't pay you for that. Second question is, the facilitator mentioned that one can borrow ideas from online content. My question is on intellectual property. What can be done to avoid copyright issues, and how can one project his own ideas? I already answered that. So we made, that was with, there's the guy that said he creates content for entrepreneurs and that he wanted to know how to make his content better and create a content calendar and all of that if it's boring and stuff. And I said, oh, there are channels on Instagram for entrepreneurs and business people, and they ask interesting questions, and they have numbers. So he could borrow that idea of asking these entrepreneurs questions. He could borrow that idea and then put it into his own YouTube format and whatever. I mean, the format will now, instead of being question answer straight away, which is short form, you can now make it documentary style, right? And I said the introduction could be, this is Aba, the clothing line in Aba is called so and so and so. In a day, they make up to, collectively, they could make 50 billion. That would interest people. They want to watch, and continue. So there's no intellectual copyright issue here. Never. I don't think that would apply.
Okay, so we have a question from American Center, Lagos. So, will you encourage someone to use Pidgin English on YouTube?
Of course.
To create content?
Yes, why not? Why not? Those portable. What? Trust me, you have your audience. Yes, please. The answer is yes. I would encourage, I would love, especially if you give me Wafi, the original Wafi, like Bori Pidgin, and you're just talking and I'm like, my days. Someone made a comment today and the person said, oh, sorry, I can't say that. But, and I just, his ditches. It was so funny, right? So yes, please.
So let's go to Sokoto then, finally.
I don't know if I want to just add something to that last question. Should you use Pidgin? I don't know if anybody has seen the series on YouTube. It's called Selena. Has anybody seen Selena? Selena coded, Selena something. Selena, the series. The series about rough guys and stuff, and they get per video. I see Miss Josephine nodding. The series. You're familiar with, okay? So please, Selena tested. Look them up. My goodness. Selena, Selina. Warning, you'll be addicted. Let me just warn you before your language changes. Yes. So when it started out, my goodness, everybody was so proud. We had people calling from London, all around the world, and say, yes, my goodness, I'm proud to be Nigerian. The way these guys speak the Pidgin is really, original and all of that. That's the only good thing about that series. Sorry, but you'll be addicted. It's addictive, and yeah, you can't get.
So please unmute.
You can't get anything like that.
Ask your question
on YouTube.
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please. I can, please.
Please. My question is based on migrating social media platform, because presently I have a quite large, not really large following, but I have a decent following on Pinterest. So what I'm trying to do is that I want to migrate from Pinterest to YouTube. I know based on the SEO, that's the search engine optimization, Pinterest search engine optimization is really based on pictures, not actual videos. But even though I do post videos and there, but I have to optimize it based on pictures. So once I want to migrate from Pinterest to YouTube, are there any tips you can give me on how I can do that?
Have you announced to your audience that that you have the platform on YouTube? I think that's the first question I need to ask. So
yes,
yes, how did you do that?
No, I did
How
it
did
in
you
form of
announce to your audience?
I did it in form of a post, picture post.
Picture post. How many times?
Maybe 4 times. I do it
4
weekly,
times.
once a week.
If you ask, if you're chasing something, it has to be ongoing, right? So you continue to do that. I'll give you a cheat code. Look for the best performing content on your Pinterest that you know that people always come back to. They will like that you create that content, right? Create a new topic under that content. Post the half version on Pinterest and then put full video on YouTube. Start posting all your content, half version, full video on YouTube, all your best performing posts. Drive the traffic to YouTube, right? Sometimes you could do giveaways, create a lead magnet. Say, if you want to, I don't know, do a fashion startup. If you want to, let's say you're into fashion, sorry, I have to use that again. But I have a free ebook or I have a free video, complete video or complete course on how to start a fashion business in Sokoto or fabric business in Sokoto, full video on YouTube. They will run straight there. So does that answer your question?
Thank you.
I think we're done.
We have someone from Oka. The last question from Oka.
Okay.
Okay, ma. So, I'm having an interest of creating a YouTube channel on football. So, I wanted to know how to start.
You wanted to know how to start?
Yes.
Watch the entire video, all this class that we just did. Watch it.
I've done that, like, let me see, in terms of making the video and stuff like that.
Eh?
Like, I watch videos of like other football content creators. So, like, in terms of like how to start my video and something like that. To start, like, in terms of like starting my video.
Okay, what you're going to say?
Yes.
When you start your video.
Not like what I want to say, but like them of like setup, how you like the tools I want to use, everything.
Tools.
Tools.
He's talking about tools.
Tools.
For setting up YouTube channel.
Yes.
Tools that you will use to create the video.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You don't have, do you have a DSLR? What do you use to create your video?
Phone.
Okay. And you've created one before?
No, I've never created anyone before.
So you want to know how to start creating the videos, right?
Yes.
Okay, did you attend the first class?
Huh?
Did you attend the first class?
No.
The class last week? Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, so you could revisit, we'll post that video later. It's already on YouTube also. So go to American Spaces on YouTube. So under this series, watch video 1, video 2, video 3, down to the 6th week. I'm sure by the time you watch the entire courses, you will know how to. So there's a class on content creation. This is the class on content creation. All you need to know. There's a class on editing. Oh, the next 6th class. Next week's class. Please don't miss it. So there's a class on video editing. On Tuesday, there are classes. Just keep in touch. Just keep visiting the page and you'll see the classes as it's every week. Every week for the next 6 weeks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Happy to help.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. That's all.
Awesome. Sorry, people in Lekki said they have questions. Sorry. Okay, please meet me in person.
Please go ahead. Go ahead and ask.
My question is, in a case where someone has, I'm talking about myself now. I have over 400,000 views. Over 400,000 views. And over 1,700 subscribers. The problem of getting to white people that I have now is getting the watch hours. I have barely 2,000. I'm almost 2,000. I need 4,000 it's stipulated by YouTube. So what can I do so that all these views can actually convert into hours?
Yeah. So you said you have subscribers already. 100,000 subscribers.
No, 400,000 plus views. Views. I have the views, I have the subscribers, but the watch hours. They're not the views, the hours.
So it means that people watch your content, they don't stay with it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need retention. That's what
Retention.
That's what retention. Yeah, attention. When people come to watch, to make them stay till the end of the video.
Oh, so the question is, her question is, I don't know if anybody heard the question. She has views, but people come to watch her videos, but they don't stay till the end. What you should do is re-examine your storytelling. Figure out what is it about your video that makes them log out. Do you apply, before now, do you apply this intro?
I think just regular introduction, but not the people, but that's
So please do that. So just apply the formula. Make sure that your message is direct. You know this is the lesson they are supposed to leave this video with. Go straight to the point. Start with your intro, the body, conclusion. Your intro should be engaging. So in the next 3 to 5 seconds, what am I going to say to get them to? And then sometimes you have to give them an incentive. Why should they watch to the end? So you see some people, when you start watching their videos, you'll say, if you watch this video to the end, I will tell you how, guys, everybody will just wait. I've been waiting for you. They're waiting for you to talk so that you can just get to the end and then finally say the review and whatever. Those are strategies, right? So watch other channels, see what they're doing, and also watch your own content. See what you're doing wrong. There's something that is off. There's something, but you're on your way. That's impressive. You're on your way. It means you're doing something right. So people are coming, but they're not just staying. So you're on your way. Congratulations. I envy your numbers. They're good. Okay, so that's that. I think we're done.
Thank you.